Good morning. I finally went to bed at 3 a.m. I'm organizing my function. Um, I'm organizing my function, dancing with the ancestors for next year. Do you realize that the Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe are different now from the Zimbabweans in South Africa? Do you realize that they are now two different species? Do you realize that the Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe don't like the Zimbabweans in South Africa? That they no longer see them as Zimbabwean and they now see them as a problem? This is what happens when you leave a country. When you leave a country, you've left that country's experiences. And even energetically, the Zimbabweans who have lived in South Africa, energetically, me as a Sangoma, I can tell. I can tell that this one was in South Africa for many, 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 many years. And this one has always been in Zimbabwe. I can tell because the energies have changed. There is like a thief energy around the Zimbabwean who, that's the closest I can say it. Thief energy around a Zimbabwean who has lived in South Africa for a long, long time. There is a thief-like energy, a violent-like energy. And I hate meeting them. When I'm in Zimbabwe, I don't want to meet a Zimbabwean who was in South Africa. They have like a thief energy, like, I don't know how to explain it to you because I am the Sangoma. They have like a violent thief. Like they were doing things that their culture doesn't allow. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like they were doing things their culture doesn't allow and their ancestors are disgusted by them. So their ancestors have turned their backs on them because they did things that Zimbabwean culture doesn't allow. They are dirty. They are not the same anymore as the Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe. They have become strangers to the Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe. The energies of Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe is so beautiful. Those who have never been to South Africa, it's so beautiful. It's respectful. It's gentle. It's trustworthy. It's kind. And it's clean. So I can tell, as a Sangoma, I can tell this one bred in South Africa. Not saying that the South Africans have the same energy. No, it is the Zimbabweans who lived in South Africa. And even their kids, they have this energy. They are not wanted anymore by their ancestors. Not at all. So when I was saying this little girl, she's into witchcraft and her ancestors wanted unalived, I was telling the truth. The one that I talked about, I was telling you, their ancestors don't want them anymore. It's like they, because of the things that they did when they were in South Africa. Probably crime, all that lying, all that pretending to be South African, all that lying, maybe even prostitution, because I saw a lot of Zimbabwean prostitutes in South Africa. So many Zimbabwean prostitutes, male and female. All that prostitution, all that, yeah, the ancestors no longer want them. Anyway, the thing is also, when you leave a country, you think, the people in that country are dying. They are not dying. The opposite is true. The people are not dying. They are thriving. They are changing to adjust to their circumstances for survival. The cultures are changing. The laws are changing. The way people even behave towards each other is changing in a wholesome way, in a good way. They are evolving. By the time you come back from Canada and you come back from South Africa and you come back from those places, you're not them anymore. You are backward. You are primitive. You are behind them. The longer you stay out of that country, the more you can never catch up. And that's the other energy of the Zimbabweans in South Africa. They have a primitive energy. So even when they are among Zimbabweans, I can tell this one lived. They are primitive. They did not progress with the others. It's like missing the boat. You missed the boat. The people kept on going. You missed the boat. And you can never catch that boat. It's gone. It's gone. So now, the Zimbabweans in South Africa, they want to start riots in South Africa and then try to entice Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe to start riots. They are calling to a boat that is long gone. They are standing on the shore, calling to a boat, come and get us, come and get us, please come and get us. The boat is gone. It's not coming back for you. So stop trying to say, I want to free my people. I want this. While you are on the shores, you are on the shores. Okay, the boat that is called Zimbabwe and its people have moved on. I know why they are doing it. Because of that thief factor. They are thieves and criminals. That dirty energy factor, that thief factor. They think that if they start mayhem in Zimbabwe and they start chaos in Zimbabwe, then the boat will come back, they will be picked up, and then they will become the leaders. Then they don't have to go through the system that all these other Zimbabweans have gone through. That's what they're thinking. And that's why they are causing this mayhem. They are just dirty criminals that have been rejected by their ancestors because of what they were doing in South Africa in order to survive. They have nothing in common with the Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe anymore. And if they don't get their act together and they don't conform, if they don't cross that border and go home and conform and remember who they are and beg for forgiveness from their ancestors, they're going to die in the wilderness, screaming like the idiots that they are. They are not Zimbabwean anymore. I'm not Zimbabwean anymore either. I'm not. I'm Canadian because I move at the rhythmic energy of Canada and have been doing so for more than 20 years, for most of my life, in fact. I've lived outside Zimbabwe longer than I've lived in Zimbabwe at this stage. I'm Canadian. They are just making nonsensical noise because they are thieves. They are thieves. They want to steal from other Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe. They don't want to help them. They want to steal.